Makro Legend detector made by Nokta Makro back out here with an 11-inch call on it, okay? I reset this machine, okay? The only thing is, I'm not for sure, does a sensitivity reset on it? I'm not for sure, but I'm going to show you what I'm running. I'm going to run this thing in multi-beach wet. Beach wet, okay? You see it up there? MW, okay? Oops. And we're going to keep the sensitivity on this thing to 25. Now, I don't know how much sensitivity you can run this machine on the beach. I have noise canceled it, okay? We're going to do 2 tests here. Okay, that rod there is extended. I could actually hunt with this detector on the ground. That's how far this rod is extended, and I'm 70.5 inches tall. Okay, now we're going to do 2 tests here. The first one is, you see that foam? There's no metal, and that's good gracious. I'm way above the ground, okay? And I'm going to sit up here on this foam, and I'm going to rock that call on that foam there. Hear that? You can hear it in that camera. You notice that detector is stable as it can be. No feedback coming out of that external speaker. All right? That speaker's on 5, and that audio gate is on 6. I'll let you see that again. You hear that call busted that foam out there? I'm intentionally bumping that call. No feedback, okay? Now, what I'm going to do next for a test, I'm going to leave this machine set just like this with the rod extended, okay? Now, this foam is lightweight, okay? There's nothing in it. It's lightweight. But we're going to simulate a bump here with this call, okay? A few bumps, actually. Let's just see what we hear, okay, with the rod fully extended. You hear that? Quiet as a mouse. And again, the sensitivity on this machine is at 25, okay? Quiet as a mouse. I'll do that again so you can hear it. All right. Let's do it one more time. Actually, I could probably do it from the top here like so. You hear that call hitting that foam? So I didn't see anything there that would show me this machine, you know, is falsing or giving audio because of that small jolt, okay? So now we're going to bring this thing in all the way first, and I'm going to let it out some. Okay? That's practically all the way in. Not quite, but that's enough for this test. Now, you already hear this machine. Okay, I'm still in multi-wet, okay? Now, I'm going to just take this call out here. I got the call folded down, okay? Notice the sound quit when I quit tapping the call? Okay, now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to bump this call on the side. You hear that? Every time I touch that foam, that machine's going off. Now, I will do it from up top here. So you got to hear that, okay? Now, what I'm going to do next is I'm going to let this thing out. It's sitting just inside of this fastener here, okay? I ain't touched no settings on this detector. We're in the all metal. We may take it out of all metal. It ain't gonna make any difference. Spoiler alert, okay? Now I'm gonna tap this call, okay? I'm tapping that call lightly on that phone. All right, now I'm gonna tap it sideways. You hear that? Okay, on the side over here even. That call, the audio responds every time I've made contact with this fall in the call in that configuration. Now, if I let the call, I'm going to tighten the call bolt up, and I'm going to... Okay. Now I've got the call pushed down a little bit from this here. Let's see what happens here now. Don't seem to get quite as much feedback. Let's do it on the side. Okay. Not near as much feedback. Now I'm going to try to move it here a little bit. Getting some feedback there, though, okay? So next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to let this thing out, okay? And this is going to be a rough measurement. It's a 6 1/4 there on my hand, so that's about 9 inches of extension on that rod, roughly, okay? And I'm going to fold the coil all the way back first, okay? And let's do the little test out here like so. Look at there how quiet that thing is. Hear that? Look at that. All right, now let's do some bump. Now, I got the coil folded up against the rod. I don't hear any audio that's in, you know, sync with the way this thing's hitting this foam. And again, over here. All right, no feel. Look at there. Y'all see that foam moving? I'm a bumping it pretty good right there. Look at that, quiet as a mouse. Okay? So what does this suggest? I mean, could you go underwater diving with this machine fully collapse? Would you get some falsies by bumping stuff? More so than in this configuration I'm running it in right now? Look at there. Look at you. Hear that? Listen. That's pretty hard there, and that machine's pretty stable. But if I come back here with it, and I try that same thing, listen, I start getting noise even before I start bumping it even. Look at that. All right, now let's bump her. Hear that? Now, we know this right here, I think this is made out of metal. That pin there at least is. I ain't even checked all this. Okay, let me take it out of all metal. There's ferrous removed. See there? All I'm doing is standing still and listening to that thing. All right? Now I'm going to just extend the shaft and I ain't moved. I'm standing in the same place. Now the coil is folded out a little. I'm going to fold the coil in. Look at there. Whole different detector. Okay? Whole different detector. Now I'm going to bring her back in. Pull the cable back. Listen to it. Fold the coil in. Listen to that. She's going wild, ain't she? Okay? So I hope y'all enjoyed the video.